This is why some feminists thrive off single men. It's like some of them feed off men being single. And it goes beyond women's rights. It goes beyond women, having better lives. It just goes to a point of it just being almost relishing in men's pain. When the reality is all men don't deserve that. Some do because some men are horrible, but all men, no, that doesn't make sense.
I think men have got a raw deal more than women, actually.
Why?
Because my brother, he's in a relationship now, but I went on his dating app and I was like, whew. this is sad. He's got one's like 2 stone overweight. You have one with blue hair. Someone's got a boring. Yeah, you know that thing they use. Okay, I don't know why that's a fashion now, but when I was a kid, the only cows had that thing in their nose.
Yeah,
I always have the same reaction.
Yeah, I'm just like, for what reason? Like, why? My cousin had it. I was like, put that shit in your face. Like, she's not allowed to wear around me. But I was looking at sort of the girls going, and I was like, wow. And they're like 19, 20. You're beautiful. You're intelligent. Speak well. You come from a good home. You're blessed. You have food on. You go to the fridge and there's food in there, right? You're not starving. You live in a home. You live in the UK. You live in the 5th most developed country in the world. Be effervescent. Be happy. Be light.
And that is what I don't understand about feminism. The aspects of feminism that make sense to me are obviously women having rights and just not being slaves, having jobs and whatever. General normal things, I don't see a problem with that at all.
No one cares.
Just women doing normal things, I don't see a problem with that at all. But what I don't understand about feminism is why it influences so many young women to just... And I know some would say, oh, it's male gaze, oh, it's the male gaze, how you see women. I just wonder why some women just don't try or just let themselves go and just say men should accept them for how they are. When as men, we know we can't do that. We know as men we can't just be anything. Just be crappy, unkempt, unclean, el garbage, unmoneyed, illogical, just monsters and expect women to, just... Yes! Yeah, want us. But I don't understand why so many feminist-minded young women, they go beyond just women having rights to just do normal things. They go to the extreme of saying men should just accept women for how they are. Just be, I can just be anyway and men should still want me.
Nope.
And that's not reality. That's not fair for men. Because like women have a choice, so do men. You can't expect to be wanted just to be wanted.
Don't be a raging bitch constantly complaining about microaggressions.
Damn.
But I just think, ew. Like, why? But I don't have that necessarily much of a problem because, one, I date older, I'll be honest. But also, I think men, when they're clued up, they get clued up properly. Like, they know not to do certain things because it's just unattractive. And they have a harder time. So I think they have to invest more in themselves to even attract any women, as opposed to women that can look like a complete wildebeest and there's still someone that wants to sleep with her.
Men, when they're clued up, they get clued up properly. Like,
seeing the way so many women on the internet feed off the thought of men suffering and men not having anyone in their lives, it's a weird thing to see. Because even as a supposed toxic male, I don't relish off women not having anyone. Women not having anyone because of their own poor decisions and their just dumb life choices, yeah, that's your fault, woman. But I don't relish off women just not having anyone in life. That doesn't make sense. So as a man, seeing feminists who are supposed to be, as they say, far more intelligent than myself, seeing them resort to very childish insults doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem appealing. And it does make me question, do you not have any men in your life at all that you care about? Because at some point, the things you say come back to the men in your life. They are in this world regardless of what you think. But yeah, enough waffling. Let's begin.
Here's an inventory on boundaries. Mine, that is. Number 1, don't curse at me. Not saying you can't say shit, and not saying you can't say damn, but do not call me a bitch and do not say fuck you.
Okay, so if you want to date this woman, or women like her, never say to her, damn get me my food now.
You smart, you loyal.
Get me my food now. Never say that to her. Talk to her with more respect, dignity as a woman.
Never.
And that does make sense.
Do not call me a bitch.
Until the bedroom. Yeah, it's good to call her a slut then. Oh yeah, you can call her a slut all day long then.
I am really particular about this. In my head, you do not call the future mother of your children and your future wife a bitch. It just wouldn't happen. And if you say that, you're out of the running. I'm not considering you for the father or my husband. You're done. Numero 2, don't preach reciprocity for the sake of reciprocity. Only care about what you care about. I feel like everyone's like, yeah, everything should be reciprocal. Reciprocity gets a little petty sometimes because it's like, you actually don't care about this, but you're mad right now, so you're going to yell at me because that's the way that I wanted it, when you actually don't care. It creates a lot of excess fights for little to no reason. I'm not going to yell at anyone for not messaging me back on a night out because I don't care. A lot of people do care, and if you do care, I suggest you care. But if you don't pretend you do for the sake of a fight or for winning a fight.
Interesting. We'll get back to her in a second. And her demands.
Do not call me a bitch.
Have a look at this.
I can you and literally not think about you the next day.
How lovely of a woman. She can you and not think about you the next day. Very manly, isn't it? That's very masculine. I mean, it's not very feminine, is it? Not that a woman can't do that, but I mean, really, I mean, that's not really wifey material, is it? That's side piece material. That's quick thing, quickie type material. Sort of thing. But hey, it's very modern, very feminist minded. She can have as many men as she wants to. Why not?
Most women don't behave that way, so it's different for you than it is for me. Why? Because
we want a woman that can emotionally bond with us.
And it's so strange women think that men don't want that men seemingly don't want women to emotionally bond with us.
I can you and literally not think about you the next day.
They make this nonsense about emotional intelligence when the reality is a lot of men are emotionally intelligent, but all women aren't. Where is this saying that all women are emotionally intelligent? Because that's a lie. And too many women promote this lie like they're not.
Es una mierda.
Human beings are human beings. A lot of human beings are messed up, men and women. So you could be an emotionally intelligent man coming across a woman who
I can you and literally not think about you the next
is Brittany Renner minded. What then?
Not one that's been a who can't later on. A woman with more than 10 bodies has a
Higher rate of divorce with a man.
The way someone treats you is a reflection of how much they value you. And if they're showing you that they don't value you, then they're showing you they don't deserve you.
But again, strangely enough, modern feminism has taught a lot of women it's okay to chase a guy. Oh, he's attractive, yeah. He may have money, yeah. He has something about him that, draws a woman in. Chase him. For all the power of feminism, the fact that women have never chased more crappy dudes in history is telling as well. Some of the quality of men some of you women date is it's unbelievable. Even as a man myself, some of the men some of you women describe, it's like, where did you even find that man? Where did you even find him?
It dawned on me that I'm 46 years old and I don't have a husband to take care of me.
Hey all, Cynical here. Ladies, men are tired of being blamed for all men. Not all men are liars, not all men are cheaters, not all men raise their hands when angry. And I'm not saying that they don't, some do. And that might be the majority of men you've interacted with. But it's not all of us. And you don't get to put your damage on anyone who didn't cause it.
And one thing that gets on my nerves is when women expect men that aren't these animals to tame men that are animals. When far too often more than enough men have seen women protect these same animals. When the reality is some women would go through hell to protect their bad men.
Simple fact is, ladies, you've ostracized men. Because a lot of women seek out the top 5-10% of men in looks and finances. And then when those men figure out they can play the game and be toxic, the other 90% of us schlubs get blamed for their behavior.
Exactly.
She goes on in her video to say that good men get married in their 20s and 30s. And a lot of single men today are perfectly happy being alone.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure if you ask a lot of men in relationships right now, if they got out of their current relationship, would they seek another? Probably not.
Exactly.
This has been a long time coming. We've learned we're not wanted. And we've made peace with it. But you want to know something crazy, ladies? If all men disappeared from the face of the planet, society would crumble. Plumbers, electricians, construction workers, 90% of our military, every blue-collar job, gone. But if women disappeared, we'd be okay. Sure, in a couple years, we'd start dying off and the species wouldn't be able to continue, but the power would still be on. Water would continue flowing.
There'd be no chicks, but we'd still have the internet, though. We'd still have stuff. Power, electric. I'll admit, we'd keep the world running, but come on. Let me know, women though, even to annoy us, even to get on our flipping nerves, like, oh, shut up, woman. Damn, get me my food now. It's like, oh, leave me alone, woman. Leave me alone. Let me be as a man. But we'd still survive.
The infrastructure would remain in place. Before you say all men, get rid of every single convenience in your life. And I'm not saying that there's not bad men out there. Egotistical, narcissistic, violent assholes. But it's not all men. Hell, it's not even a majority. It is a tiny fraction of percentage. You cannot say all men. And ladies, the final point I want to make is you don't see a lot of men out here screaming all women.
Nope.
Because they've been cheated on, lied to, hurt, manipulated.
Exactly.
Emotionally, mentally, even physically.
Exactly.
Number 3, do not call me crazy. Do not call me insane.
You know, it's far too often we as men call women crazy and or insane. Now, is it because they're crazy and insane? Yes! Not all of them. Some are. But sometimes some women can just act crazy and insane.
There is an absolute historical relevance to that. Men calling women crazy used to get women institutionalized. People would not look into if women were actually insane. They just took their husband's word for it.
It's crazy. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. That's horrible. That is, wow. That's horrible. Damn. Wow, I'm not laughing at that. I'm just thinking, if that happened in 2022, it's crazy. If you could just say, yo, my woman's crazy. You know, this bitch is crazy. Yeah, let's carry on.
And that led to a lot of women being unfairly institutionalized. And yeah, that is deeply rooted to annoy us. Don't call me crazy. You wanna know what? You can call me nuts, actually. I don't mind that word as much. It doesn't sting. Don't call me insane. Don't call me crazy. That's fine. And you're like, oh, wait, I'm not supposed to call you crazy if you're acting crazy. If the love of my life told me not to say pineapple, and they're the love of my life, I'd find a different way to say pineapple when I wanted to say pineapple. I'd say, like, you know, that yellow thing that is a tropical fruit. Like, I would figure it out. It's not that big a deal. Don't call me crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, you kind of sound crazy now. I mean, you kind of sound a bit something about a pineapple. I'm probably not listening to it, to be honest. I'm probably just...
Number 4, do not threaten to break up with me unless you're actually ready to break up with me. Okay? You have to mean it. Mean it. Like, it's...
Okay. So don't just say you're gonna break up with her. Don't just say you're gonna leave her. No, commit to the fact you're gonna leave her. Okay.
It's only a one-time thing. Like, a breakup is a one-time deal. So, figure it out. Number 5, if you're gonna pitch an ultimatum to me, the choice needs to be mine to make one or the other, and you gotta be happy with both those outcomes. And you gotta stick to it. Because if I choose one of the outcomes and then you renege on it, you're not respecting my decision anymore. Now it's like this weird sort of ultimatum compromise, but that's not an ultimatum. Ultimatum is a definitive choice between two options, not somewhere in between when you didn't get your favorite one. Okay. So, those are my 5 rules.
Okay. It's strange how so many feminists want love, but it's like they make it hard for you to want to love him. It's like, the ick. Have a nice day.
You smart. You loyal.
Get me my food now.